I can't believe Call of Duty Mobile is doing this again after so many years because I really thought they had stopped doing it. What I'm going to talk about isn't about how the game plays or anything super serious like that, but it has to do with the skins. So earlier today there was a leak that showed we are supposed to be getting a free skin called the ASM-10 Turbulent Mayhem in the next season. But then later people discovered that this skin actually belongs to a completely different weapon called the Farah 83, which originally came from Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Instead of making a brand new skin for the ASM-10, the game is just taking that Farah 83 skin and pretending it's for the ASM-10. To me, this feels really unfair, especially for the way the game is right now. But a few years ago, this kind of thing was more understandable, and I'll explain why. Back in the early days of Call of Duty Mobile, we had a bunch of skins like this. And back then, it was totally fine because the game wasn't that big yet, and there weren't that many weapons to choose from. Honestly, I never imagined the game would grow this huge because it started out as only about 2 gigabytes, and now it's over 25 gigabytes, yet they are still doing the same thing with the skins. At this point, it just doesn't feel right anymore. I'll give you an example of some of the other times they have done this. The first one I clearly remember was when they made a skin for the PDW called Razorback Cosmos. But the truth is that the skin was actually meant for the Razorback. They just placed it under the PDW skins, even though later on, as the game got bigger and better, the Razorback ended up being added as a completely different weapon of its own. And then we also found out about the DLQ skin called Fatigue. And the crazy part is that this DLQ Fatigue was actually a skin for a different sniper called the AX-50 from Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Instead of bringing the AX-50 into Call of Duty Mobile, they just took that skin and made it look like it belonged to the DLQ. What makes this even crazier is that to this day we still don't even have the AX-50 sniper in the game. There are actually several skins like this, and honestly it makes me a little sad that they are still doing it even though the game is so huge now and has such a massive fan base. And now once again they are doing the same thing with the ASM-10 because the skin they are giving us was originally made for the Farah 83, not the ASM-10. Some people are worried that the original weapon, the one the skin was actually made for, might never come to Call of Duty Mobile in the future, but I don't think that's true. For example, the M4 Prince of Time skin was originally made for the XM4, and later the XM4 actually appeared in the game as its own separate weapon. So just because a skin comes first doesn't mean the weapon itself won't be added later on. The good side of this is that the game is trying to give players more variety when it comes to skins, especially free skins. They don't just want to give everyone a simple reskinned version because they know players keep the game alive by playing it and they want to give something valuable in return. That's why they bring these unique designs into the game. Sometimes these designs come from other weapons, and that's exactly what's happening right now with the SM-10 skin and the Farah 83. You will be able to unlock the SM-10 Turbulent Mayhem through a brand new event system for ranked play called the Ranked Festival. In this event, the more you play ranked play matches, whether it's multiplayer or battle royale, the more rewards you can earn. When you reach certain milestones, you could unlock exclusive rewards like the ASM-10 Turbulent Mayhem skin. For anyone who spends a lot of time playing the game, this is a really exciting reward, especially for players who don't spend money in the game. The collaboration with Alchemy Stars is coming back, and if I'm not mistaken, it first arrived just a year ago. With this collaboration returning, we can also expect the events, rewards, and of course the special double draw to make a comeback. Speaking of free rewards, like I showed you in my previous video, the Grav 556 Focus Blueprint will also return, which is great news for players who don't spend money. If I'm correct, the camouflage boxes from the Dream Aurora or Alchemy Stars event will also come back. For me, I will always call it Dream Aurora because that's what it was called in the global version of the game. What we don't know yet is whether the special zombie mode will return this time. This special zombie mode was only available in the Garena and Chinese versions before. In the global version, because of complaints about not having the camouflage, they linked it to the Cry map so we could unlock the camos pretty easily. I really hope Call of Duty Mobile gives us some confirmation soon about whether we will get these camos back or not. The name Twilight Heist gives you a feeling of mystery, creativity, and adventure, which is perfect for a season all about heists and exciting high-stakes action. And yes, the Mythic Ram 7 is part of this theme. If you look at the skin more closely, you can see all the amazing details. The design uses a bright and artistic mix of blue, gold, and yellow. The main color is a deep swirling blue that looks like a starry night sky, almost like a painting by Van Gogh. Gold and yellow are used for things like gears, mechanical parts, and other highlights. The body of the Ram 7 is covered in a swirling paint-like texture that makes it look like a living piece of art. The blue base looks like brush strokes, giving the gun a feeling of movement and energy. These details are scattered across the gun, making it look really complex and detailed. I have to say I really like this skin. In the game it will look amazing, especially in first person view. Right now all we know is how it looks and the artistic style, but we don't yet know what the kill effect or the inspection animation will be. Once more details are released, I will definitely share them with you. The Ocean Waves camouflage box will be leaving in just 7 days, which means this camouflage will no longer be available to get. However, the replacement for the container box has already been confirmed, so we know something new is coming. The new camouflage itself hasn't been officially confirmed yet, but it's expected to arrive soon. The new camo is expected to be Psychic Solution. Honestly, it looks pretty normal. It's not super impressive, but it's not ugly either. It has a bit of color, and some skins in the game might match it really well. Just remember, this isn't 100% confirmed yet, so it could look a little different when it officially arrives. The Mythic CBR4 might come back in the next season, but this hasn't been officially confirmed yet. A fan asked Call of Duty Mobile whether the Mythic Peacekeeper or the Mythic CBR4 would return, and the answer was that only one of them would be coming back, not both. So basically one of these two mythic weapons could appear as a returning mythic drop in the game. Personally, I would love to see the CBR4 return because I think it's much better. But since they also upgraded the Peacekeeper's Iron Sight, players will be happy if the Peacekeeper comes back too. There was a mistake on Call of Duty Mobile side when they made a blog post. In my previous video I told you that the first anniversary battle pass would be coming back in the BP vault, but it turns out we are actually getting the Season 10 The Hunt and Season 8 Era 404 battle passes in the BP vault instead. In the Season 8 Era 404 battle pass, you can get skins like Satsumebachi Deadly Hornet, Sims Martial Arts, Domino Killer Koi, and the Iron Monk The 100 Fists. You can also grab blueprints such as the Holger 26 Storm Surge, LK24 Indomitable, Fennec Midas Claw, SKS Ignited Rage, and the Argus Death Branch. For Season 10 The Hunt, you can unlock new characters including Mara Valkyrie, Mace Tombstone, Outrider Amazonas, and Makarov Splinter. And that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Also, don't forget to check out my other videos. I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.